Hey, everybody, and welcome. Today, we're jumping into two really old letters, Ephesians and Colossians, to get at a problem that feels like it could have been written yesterday. And it's this: the huge disconnect between what we say we believe and how we actually live our lives. So let's just get right into it. So, I want to start with a question, and I want you to be really honest with yourself here. Do your actions, the things you do every single day, do they actually line up with your deepest beliefs about what's good and true? For most of us, if we're really honest, there's a gap there, isn't there? We're going to call that gap the fracture. It's this thing that pretty much all of us experience, where our ideals and our actions just don't match up. It's that space between the person we really want to be and the person we find ourselves being. Now, this is not a new problem at all. This feeling that what we believe and what we do are just worlds apart, well, that's been a central part of the human struggle for centuries. Today, we're going to look at two powerful, ancient diagnoses of this very issue. Okay, first step, the letter to the Ephesians. This letter really zeroes in on the fracture that happens inside us, that internal disconnect between what we believe in our hearts and what we do with our hands. So what Ephesians points out is a very specific kind of break. It's when our knowledge about God gets completely separated from our actions for God. And the letter argues that once that unity gets shattered, we really can't live the full, vibrant life we were actually made for. And this image, this metaphor here just perfectly captures the solution. The author, Paul, is described as a surgeon. He's not just slapping a Band-Aid on it. Nope. He is skillfully, carefully setting a compound fracture, forcing those two broken bones, our belief and our behavior, back together so they can actually knit together and heal properly. And once you start to look for this fracture, you start seeing it absolutely everywhere. I mean, think about the tension in a family that says they value kindness but is full of sarcastic comments. Or, the little compromises we make at work that don't quite feel right. This fracture just runs through pretty much every part of our lives. So what's the fix? Well, Ephesians suggests something pretty radical. The solution isn't just to, try harder. It's to completely shift our perspective. It's to realize that we're a part of this massive, cosmic plan for reconciliation that God is working out in the world. And this is where it gets so powerful. We're not just patients sitting on the sidelines, waiting to be healed. We are invited, called even, to become active participants in this urgent work of healing. It's a call to jump in, knowing that every little detail of our lives can be part of it. Okay, so that's the internal fracture from Ephesians. Now let's switch gears to our second letter, because Colossians comes at this from a different angle. It's not about a broken center, but a crowded one. Right, let's turn to Colossians. It's diagnosing a totally different kind of problem. Not a broken center, but one that's just too crowded. It's looking at what happens when our spiritual focus gets cluttered and we kind of lose our North Star. The problem here is so subtle. It's tricky. The Colossians weren't dismissing Jesus or anything. No, they totally acknowledged he was important, a remarkable figure. But for them, he wasn't central. He wasn't the preeminent number one focus. And you can totally see how this happens, right? It's so easy to create a list of history's greatest hits, all these incredible, wise, influential figures. And when you do that, Jesus can just become one more great name on the list, and he loses his unique central position. So the solution Paul offers in Colossians is as simple as it is profound. Jesus isn't just another name on the list. He is the center. The entire point of the letter is to restore him to that unrivaled central place in their lives and in their thinking. But here's something that's absolutely crucial to get. It's not just what Paul is arguing here that matters. It's how he argues it. His method is a powerful lesson all by itself. This quote just nails it. Paul's approach is this incredible wedding of two things we don't often see together: a brilliant, razor-sharp intellect that refuses to compromise on truth, combined with a heart that is just so deeply, warmly, and wonderfully kind. I mean, think about how claims of uniqueness or supremacy are usually made today, often with a lot of arrogance, sometimes even with aggression or force. Paul does the complete opposite. He makes his case from a place of deep, rooted humility and considerate love. He's confident, for sure, but never arrogant, firm, but never violent. So, how do we pull all of this together? Well, what these two letters give us is a blueprint for what you might call an integrated life, a life where our beliefs, our behaviors, and our central focus are all singing the same tune. You can almost think of it in 3 steps. First, you heal that internal fracture. You unite what you believe with how you behave. That's the lesson from Ephesians. Second, you restore the center, establishing that firm, preeminent focus. That's from Colossians. And third, once that foundation is in place, then we can truly join the work of reconciliation in the world around us. And this is the grand vision that fuels the whole thing. This incredible idea of a long-range plan to bring everything in heaven, on earth, all of it, together and sum it all up. Why this matters so much is that it gives our small daily efforts this huge cosmic significance. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this question to really chew on. When you look at your own world, your relationships, your community, your job, where is this urgent work of healing and reconciliation needed the most? Where can you start setting the fracture?